Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sea Trooper 44 channel here on YouTube, where we're back with another round of racing on Formula 1 for you guys. We have completed the sprint qualifying and the sprint race in our last two episodes, so if you haven't watched them already, do please give them a watch so you can see where we're at in this current session. In this video we'll be doing qualifying ready for the main event, which is the race, which will go live tomorrow. To make sure you don't miss out, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can also help support the channel and push us towards our end goal of 100 subscribers by the end of this year. We have got a sub objective, which is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and if we do hit that target, we will bring to you a video where we'll be opening 20,000 FC points worth of packs on FC26 in the Ultimate Team to see if we can get any really good walkouts. It's a video you won't want to miss, so please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can help drive us in that direction. I'm going to jump into the cockpit now though and get ready for qualifying. We have made a couple of changes in terms of the engine based on them races in the last one, but I'm going to jump in and I'll see you all in my cockpit as we play Formula 1. See you all there.
High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Hi everyone, so join me in the garage ready for qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. Now of course, like I said in the intro, we have done the sprint qualifying and the sprint race where we managed to finish second in the sprint race after being on pole through qualifying. We did struggle a lot with the engine in those races, which is something I have changed. So I don't know if I can, yeah, here we go. So as you can see, all of this is pending changes, and as you can see, our engine was extremely worn. 66% wear on the engine itself, 59% wear on the MG UK, 64 on the MG UH. Energy store was 68% worn, turbocharger 58, electric controls was 49, and the gearbox was at 57. So a lot of wear on that engine, which did result in us having a much lower straight line speed than all the other cars on the track. We are going with an increased top speed setup, so lower downforce, which will help us go faster on those straights. I'm going to jump in though. I'm going to quickly go straight out the track to get a first flying lap in and a banker lap in. It shouldn't be any weather changes in these in any of these sessions coming up, so this should be hard clean racing. There wasn't much to separate myself and Orlando in qualifying in the sprint race, so I'm hoping with the change of the engine we will be in a much better position. Going forward, I know we're going to have to take a penalty at some point to get new components onto the car. I think we're probably looking at around...
We dropped to P20.
The next two races. I go really wide there, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. Just going to turn the airs off and we're just doing an extra lap. Got enough fuel on board to do that, so we'll do an extra lap, not take too much out of the tyres. Not ideal, not something I wanted to do, but I've made the mistake already now. But yeah, obviously, I know I'll have to take a penalty. There's two options for us in 2 races time. So the next race is Britain, which I don't want to take a penalty in, because what I'll do is I'll just take a full 20 place grid penalty, switch out all the components in one fell swoop. That way I'm not wasting my time with unnecessary penalties. I'm going to let Nico quickly go through. You can hear he's up. There he goes. So it wouldn't be in Britain in the next race. I believe the next race after that is the Netherlands. No, it's not. It's Is it the Netherlands or is it Belgium? It might be the Netherlands, but it is Belgium where I'm looking to take that first penalty, and then I might take another one in Italy just to see us through, because I So I go wide again. Again, not ideal. I'm just going to have to go for it now on this lap. Get a lap in. Go for this one. So yeah, I'm going to have to... I think we are going to have to take the penalty going into Belgium and then another one in Italy, which will just see us through with enough components till the end of the season to hopefully see the season out. Obviously we're in a title challenge now. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be as bothered, but you can really feel the difference when we've got a knackered engine that just isn't pulling its weight. You can really feel the difference because the car just feels really sluggish. So if you haven't watched the last race, please get to watch the sprint race and you'll see exactly what I mean. We lost so much speed on the straights, where it basically looked like on the straight teams were getting DRS and just flying past us, but we would get DRS and just couldn't move as we go provisionally on pole with that lap, even though we made the mistake. And this is what I mean. We were only 1/10 quickest, and that was only in one of the sessions, which happened to be the final session. Obviously, I understand that everyone else will go quicker. We have dropped already to 4th, 5/10 off the pace. You definitely go quicker. I don't think it's worth doing another lap. I'm going to leave it at that, and hopefully we won't drop any further down. If we do, I'm going to end up with egg on my face, definitely. But yeah, there is... we will need it to basically see our season out. And I prefer taking in races where I know we can climb the order during the races, and places like Italy, Belgium, they are going to be places where it's easier to make overtakes in comparison to, let's say, Qatar, obviously Saudi Arabia, places like that where it's notoriously hard to overtake. We do finish 4th in the first session, so we do make it through to Q2. So only needing, well, I definitely messed up a couple of times there, so hopefully we can do better this time. But that just goes to show how much different it is with that powerful engine. And I'm going to go on on the softs we just used, put a banker lap in, and hopefully it's a good enough marker that we can lay down that we then. Yes, we might need to go back out on the softs, but we could take it a bit easier so that we've still got an extra set going into the race. Because as we found out with Lando, a red flag can be likely, and I'd like to have spare tyres for that eventuality, just in case it does happen. Here we go. Hopefully we can get this lap spot on. To just get us up this hill, get the initial power to go up the hill. Brake at the 100-metre board, locked up ever so slightly there, just before I came off the throttle, and then I've cut the grass a bit as well. And we are in the turbulent air ever so slightly of George Russell as I go a bit further wide as well. Couldn't get the power down, that's going to hurt our lap. Clean through there. Didn't fit the apex, unfortunately. Nice line through that sequence of corners, the last few corners there. Get the airs in, and we set a lap time in 4th position, not the worst.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
So I'm going to quickly run back to the garage again. I'll put the new set tyres on, a new pair of boots for the car. Obviously, I definitely don't think that'll be enough, but I just wanted to get a banker lap in, which, to be fair, it's not that far off the pace. 1.7, 1 minute 7 seconds. It's not miles off the pace. I think we will need another one just to make sure. Really solid final sector, which is somewhere where we struggled in the last set of sessions. I'm unsure if we will need to go out again. I think it's too late now anyway, so hopefully that time is enough. I saw us drop, hopefully we haven't dropped too far. And it was enough. Hulkenberg unfortunately eliminated, so he will start 11th, but we did make it through, and it looks like Lando is struggling after those engine issues in the first session as well. He is, of course, our championship rival at the minute. He did go into this this sequence of races 4 points behind him, 4 points ahead of him, but we've extended that in the sprint race, and hopefully we'll do a bit more in the race itself as well, in the race coming up as well. So I've used up them set of tyres. I've now got 2 spare going into this session and then a spare set for the race. So I will just use hopefully the 1 set of tyres in this one. So I want to get a good early lap in, clean lap as well this time. Don't make any mistakes. And then it'll just be all about consistency in the race and making sure we get this car over the line come race day. I've got a car behind, so that won't affect me. Get the airs on as we start this lap. Going up the bank, brake at the 100-metre pause, swing the car in, open the throttle up. Ran a bit wide that time, but not too bad. Airs going in, comes off just as we pass under the barriers there. Going up again, brake at the 100-metre board, slow the car down, come off the brakes and don't lock up the front. And up through the gears, clean, good lap so far. Airs off, again 100-metre board, hit the brakes, let the car slow itself down from this point, open up the throttle. Opened up that throttle a bit later than usual. Come off the throttle at 50, start your braking. Again, not the cleanest run from me. I might have to go back out on a new set of tyres. 50-metre board, dab of brakes, shift down, and then 2 again. Swing the car through in 5th. There's all the way to the line, and it's enough for 2nd. I can definitely put more into that. There was a couple of errors that we made there. Definitely places where we could do a lot better. So Max go past. He was the car behind us, following us there, so he would have got a tour the whole way as well, which definitely would have helped them with that lap time. Unfortunately, I will put a new set of boots on. As you can see, 3/10 the difference between me and Max, and we're going to go and we'll get this down to just before the 2-minute marker, so I'll go there we go, 2:16, and I'll go out. We'll have 1 attempt at this final lap to try and take pole from Max Verstappen. If you discount sprint races, I've only ever been on pole once in the 11 races that we've been in so far. So this would be a great one to eventually add to the tally. Our average starting position has been actually 6th, but we averagely
30
finished
seconds left in the session.
Overall. And here we go. Up through the gears again. Brake at the 100-metre board. Fling the car in. Open up the throttle. Getting that first corner quite nice there. Don't lock up the front, and we didn't. This is much better. We're already getting that 3/10 so far. Not a lot of errors at this point though. Losing a bit of time through that corner. But much better through these sequence of corners. Come off the throttle up, kissing the apex that time. Not the most optimal line that we've picked. Cutting the grass a bit there as well. There's all the way to the line. Was it enough? No, it was still only enough for 2nd place overall. But a solid qualifying from us. Oh, missed out. I'd like to see just how much we missed out by. It must have only been about a 10th, and it was. to Max Verstappen, much better to our gaps Lando and Norris. But yeah, a 10th to Max Verstappen. I can see where we made the errors as well through that sequence of the left and right S. Definitely where we missed out on our opportunity there. Real shame, that one. I feel like we definitely could have been on pole. That was another opportunity to get pole. But obviously we're starting ahead of Lando Norris, which is a massive bonus to us, given the Drivers' Championship currently. I think Oscar also didn't do all that well, but then again, neither did Nico, so it doesn't really help us in the Constructors all that much. But hopefully going forward, it is something you can pick up on, as you've seen through that development packages that we have going on. That is it from me for this video. Please check back in tomorrow for our race day, which will be going live tomorrow. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on when those videos go live. And also to help support the channel to get towards our goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And don't forget, we'll also have a sub objective, which is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And if we do hit that target, we'll be bringing to you a video on FC26 where we'll be spending 20,000 FC points on pack openings in Ultimate Team to see what kind of walkouts we can get from that. You won't want to miss out on that video, so please hit that subscribe button and help support the channel to get there as well. That's it from me though. I hope you all enjoyed this qualifying session and I hope you all join me back for race day tomorrow. I'll see you all there. Goodbye.